All right, so I walked around everyone, it looks pretty good. I feel like everyone understands it, but also at the same time, make sure you realize like, this isn't the end all be all. This is like really, like best step one, I'd say. If someone is just super persistent, they're not gonna stop the knee cut, then they'll probably get through this eventually. But what I've noticed over the years of doing this is most people will try a real light leg drag or a knee cut and feel that, and they're like, oh man. Like you can tell if they don't know the technique, they just think I'm like insanely strong. They don't like look at what I'm doing, they just think they can't move me and they'll just try a different pass. So it's a good defense overall. Most people give up at the first like that first feeling of how strong it is. But obviously this isn't gonna work forever or always work, or sometimes you forget, sometimes you miss your frame or whatever. So people will still get started on a knee cut, and there's multiple variations of recovering from someone starting a knee cut. But again, we're going to start with 0 guard. So this is kind of hardest scenario. The other scenarios will be easier. So again, I'm here. Maybe I don't have my frames or whatever, but she starts coming to the side and she does get my knee to the mat here. So now all the pressure passing stuff, if you notice their head gets low. So head low for pressure passing. So that's pretty much, it's turning into my go-to when someone's pressure passing me for the most part, is step one, get under their chin and start lifting their face up. Because the body follows the head, that's why their head is low. And then the neck is sensitive, the throat is sensitive, so it's not that hard to start picking the head up from the throat, and then it relieves a lot of pressure. So step one right here, when they're coming in, I'll usually start at the shoulder because this is where most of the pressure's going. It can be 2-on-1 right here. If they're wearing a gi, I'll make a grip right here, like 4 fingers on the collar, and use my knuckles again on the throat because it's more sensitive here. Sometimes, especially like no gi, it might be a little more straight up under the chin like that. In the gi, a lot of times it'll be more like this on the side, hitting that carotid artery here. But I just want to start to hold her off, take some of her pressure off here. Once this elbow's locked out, again, it's like bones instead of muscles holding her here. And then I'll usually start to open this elbow up, or not open it up, I'll like bring it here underneath my ribs right here, and I get strong here. And then the goal is to create enough space to bring this knee, it's like a knee shield, bring that shin across the hip. And now my whole leg is gonna be real strong to like push her away, create more and more space getting away from her, and bring this leg back into play right here. So basic way to say it is create some space, get a knee shield, create more space, and get back to guard. So here, boom, she's coming in, start framing right here, defending, get the knuckles in that carotid artery, get my elbow under my ribs here, push and push and push and create some space, get that shin in there. And then the shin's gonna be way stronger, my whole leg's gonna be way stronger than my arms. So I arch away, create space, kick this leg through, and put it back inside to play. The other version, if they're really small, or you're really flexible, or they're just super tight with this elbow and you can't quite get it in right there, sometimes you can go shin over the bicep like this. I showed this for like a triangle from like a scissor sweep kind of position, but over the bicep. Or you can bring your, lead with your heel and bring your foot in over heel first here to the shoulder, and then this is way more powerful, but it's just harder to get there. Sometimes you can go all the way over the head and start here, but as soon as you create a little bit of space, try to bring it in back to this side here, because the farther I get past her midline, I'm giving her another pass in this direction. She can start to like leg drag style pass. So here, creating space and bringing that heel, lead with your heel right there and post on her here, and then you can start to set up your guard. Any questions? Ready to clap? All right, ready?